And at this time, we're going to go ahead and bring in the head coach of the Oilers, Coach Charlie Ernst. And, Coach, I talked about this towards the end of the ball game. We've been to Fairmont State, a 6.5-hour drive, came all the way back, had to come 8 hours this way. It's never easy to win on the road, and it's good to see our guys come out and play with the type of effort you need to get it done.
Yeah, I'm proud of our guys. It's funny when you schedule these games, you don't always – sometimes you just need games and you find a spot in the schedule that it works. It's not until it actually gets here on top of you where you look and you say, boy, I don't know if that was real good scheduling on my part. Because here in, less than in about a week, we hit the road for the GLIAC to Grand Valley and Ferris. So, that's a tough way to start the season. So I was proud of our guys. We came out today, shot the ball well early, which is always helpful when you go on the road. And I thought we really picked up our defensive intensity in the second half when we needed to.
I was just going to say that. I thought your bench coach in the second half was outstanding. The lead was kind of back and forth between 9 and 14 for a while there, and then Aaron Oberheiser got in there. I thought he had some really intense plays, Colic as well, and then the guys kind of fed on that. Next thing, it was 23.
Yeah, I challenge you. I know you were part of our video session this morning. I did it again before the game. I challenged our bench. I said, I was convinced before the season started we were 10 or 11 deep. And I'm not sure we've always played like that this year. And so I thought for the first time today, I thought we had contributions from a lot of guys. I thought Nick had his best game of the season today. He had a couple great defensive moments, which is what we need from him, and we can put that kind of pressure on the ball in the full court. And then we come with more guys, fresh bodies, and I think it took its toll on them. They started missing some shots that they made in the first half, and I think it had to do with fatigue.
No doubt about it. I want to highlight a couple performances. Certainly Martise. It was good to see him get his shots going. And I think you talked about it in practice early on today when, your guys are going to have some wide open shots. Certainly we did, and Martise knocked him down.
Yeah, and he had one of those nights that we've seen from him where once he starts feeling it, look out because you got to guard him, 2 steps behind the three-point line. But we had other guys step up, make threes. Elijah hit a couple. Taryn. Who else? Chaz came in there and made one. But, I thought we would hurt them a little bit more inside than what we did. Give them credit for that. They kind of stymied us a little bit inside. But then as the second half wore on, we got there in other ways. We got there off the dribble. And, again, I think that's bodies. That's fatigue setting in. We were able to take advantage of them on defense once they got a little bit tired.
Austin has 7 points, 4 rebounds, 8 assists, just 1 turnover, 2 steals. He continues to impress.
He does. That's unbelievable. So what's that give him on the week? 17 assists to 2 turnovers. That's impressive. And, and his 1 turnover was a charge that he made the shot on.
Right.
That was could have gone either way, to be honest. So, that's always a lot of peace of mind for us as a coaching staff when you got him running the show. And like I said, I thought Nick had his best game of the season today, and that's going to be important. This Trevecca team, I'm impressed with some of their young kids. We're going to be locking horns with these guys for the next couple years in our conference, and of course they come back to our place in December. But I expect them to continue. To show continual improvement as the season goes on. And, they're going to beat some people. They kind of have those athletes, and I think they play a little bit with some freedom. And I think, it'll be interesting to see how their team comes along. But any road win is a good one. I couldn't be more happy for our guys after 2 long road trips to get out here with a win.
Thought we struggled a little bit on the glass in the first half, but Alex ends with 9 rebounds. Aaron gets 7, and I thought you picked it up there. Started to get a feel. And sometimes I forget, and I think our fans do as well. Alex just a sophomore and a redshirt freshman, and Aaron, but those guys starting to feel their way out there.
Well, what goes hand in hand there is their ability to dribble, penetrate, and get by us. And in the first half, Devin Whitfield had his way getting to the basket on us, and I thought in the second half, we talked that hey, if we can keep the ball out of the paint. And that's going to take both individual and team defensive effort. If we can do that, that's going to help our rebounding. And I thought that they struggled a lot more to get offensive rebounds. The ones they got in the second half were of the longer variety. They didn't result in layups after, securing them. So, we got to continue to get better at that. Teams are going to try that. on us. They're just going to size us up and try to go by us. And I thought our guys did a better job. Martise, you're going to look at the stat sheet and say 24 points. He got her going on offense. That was the difference. That helps, but I thought he gave us great effort on the defensive end as well, and he's got that ability. He's not a one-dimensional player. He helps this team in a lot of ways, and I thought today was a great example of that.
Defensive effort outstanding, especially in the second half, just 29 points, and about 6 of those points came in the last minute and a half. But, Coach, a little time to rest. We got a long bus ride back, but Cedarville comes in, another future opponent. Of course, we've played Cedarville for years and years. Our fans understand how good of a basketball program that is. It'll be good to be back at home. It
will, and you're exactly right about them. A year ago, after beating Cedarville at Cedarville, I said, they got a lot of young kids. They're going to continue to get better, and they did. And now this year, they're playing much better basketball early. It's not going to be an easy game for us. We're going to have a couple good days of practice, give our guys Thanksgiving off. And then, we got to come back to work on Friday for next Saturday's opponent. So, but I can tell you this, it feels better to be 2-1 than 1-2.
No doubt about it, Coach. Well, thanks for joining us. Appreciate you coming up here after the ball game, and we'll see you on Saturday.
All right. Thanks a lot.
All right. That's head coach Charlie Ernst.